There's an entire generation of leaders that are resilient, confident, sure, hardened, protected, guarded. They know what they're doing. They acquired their skills. They created a certain image and a reputation, and they've built amazing things. And more, they're expected now to show up human, vulnerable, connected, open, right? Meeting people at eye level. The younger generations are expecting their leaders to relate to them in a different way, give them meaning, tap into their purpose, making them feel seen and heard, understood, relate compassionately. So that's difficult, this transition. And I've seen that with the own leaders that I'm working with. And I've heard that from many coaches that I supervise who work with leaders day in, day out, right? These transitions are difficult. Some of them just really don't know what to do with that. Others understand it, but they disagree with it. It creates a tension, it creates confusion. It's a very important conversation to have. And coaches don't need to have the answers to that. It really depends on systemic factors, on the specific context within which that organization or that group or whoever or whatever they're leading exists, right? So there is no blueprint for this. Sometimes you need a leader who's authoritative, shows you where the door is. When there's a fire, we don't need compassion and love. We need to get out, right? So, but it's well demonstrated that different styles of leadership in different contexts create very different results. So it's a very important conversation to have. And yet I see so many people holding on to the status quo. And you can see that in politics at the moment. There's people very actively fighting to bring a certain status quo back from back when. It just very often doesn't work in today's context anymore with how younger generations have grown up and what they're expecting. It's just no longer going to work, only for a limited time or in a particular context. So this is the most important conversation to have. How do I navigate this? Where do I put my foot down? Where might I need to do some work on myself? And there's a lot of courage involved when we want to show up vulnerable, human, relatable. It means that we need to drop some of our masks and our protections and our guard. And that can feel threatening. And sometimes it can actually be dangerous. Right? So it's an important conversation to have. And I'm hoping that more people are having it. And I cannot imagine a better place than coaching to have those conversations. So please get a coach. Have those conversations. Work on it. For the children.